Today we're going to speak about the field of life that is known as Dharma. When you ask yourself a question like, what am I here for? What am I supposed to be doing? What's my life purpose? What am I doing in my life? What am I doing with my life? How can I help the world? This is a question of Dharma. Dharma means the gifts that you were given when you were born, when you came into this lifetime, in terms of how you help the world, how you help society. How can you do that? What are the very unique gifts that you were given? Because, we're all here to help in some way or other. I think that's one of the main reasons why we're in a physical body, is so that we can help, so that we can be of service. Now, we're not all karma yogis. This is a spiritual path that is all about helping and giving and serving, but we can all help in our own way. And in fact, our outer spirituality a lot of times is called our Dharma, or our life purpose. So, how we help the world in the best way. This is what Dharma is all about. And in the earlier times, in the more ancient times, Dharma was determined by your star configurations at the time of your birth. The way to do this was lost a long time ago, probably thousands of years ago. So today, the way that Dharma is determined, especially in India, and of course in India, Dharma is called the caste system. So the way that your Dharma is determined in India today is by what family you were born into. If you were born into a family of a particular caste or Dharma, then you must also be that. This is a crime. This is not true. This inflicts harm and suffering on millions of people every year. So the way to accurately determine Dharma has nothing to do with what family you are born into. And by the way, Dharma is not just an Indian thing. It's not just for people who live in India or who are born as Indians. Everyone has a Dharma. I have a Dharma. You have a Dharma. Wherever you live, whatever culture you come from, whatever background you have a Dharma. You have a life purpose. So, Dharma is all about moral and ethical and evolutionary behavior. So this brings up an interesting point or even an interesting question. What are morals? What are ethics? Or what are the best morals? What are the best ethics to have and to believe in? Well, when you look at it from the multidimensional perspective, we see that our own way of being moral, of being ethical, is the right way for you. Your way of being moral and ethical may not be the right way for me. Your ways of thinking about morals and ethics could be totally different than how I perceive it. Now, that doesn't mean you're right and I'm wrong, or I'm right and you're wrong. It means that you have your own way of seeing it. And so do I. And that's okay. It's totally fine. In fact, it needs to be that way. But then it comes down to the idea that morals and ethics are really based on the person. Now, of course, we should have general morals, like, we shouldn't kill people and so forth. But how you feel about morality and ethics is really up to you. And it's totally fine. If you want to have, 9 husbands, that should be okay, as long as you're not hurting anybody else. If you want to do this, if you want to do that in your life, it should be totally fine, as long as you're not causing harm to anyone. So, Dharma then is also about moral and ethical behavior. Your own moral and ethical behavior. You will set the standards. You will set your own standards based on who you are, based on your Dharma, based on your overall blueprint as well.